Welcome everyone, Sherry here, and today we are going to talk about, hats. And this is number 4 in the hat series. So I'm using McCall's 7766, and I made view C and D. So we're going to talk about view D first. Well, first I think I'll tell you about this pattern. I wouldn't recommend buying it. This is a new pattern. I wanted to have something new. Now, regular price is $21.95, and I probably paid about $10 for this pattern. I live in Canada, so you have to pay more for them. The directions are terrible. If you were a beginner making hats, you would not enjoy this. The hats did go together fine, and it's just the directions. I thought if you never made a hat before, you would have a hard time. So, for example, when you sew the brims together, I don't know if you can see that or not, it says pin brim sections together, matching seams and centers, stitch along outer edge. Okay? Turn right side out and press. Well, it's a circle. You have to trim it, you have to clip it, and you're gonna have to, and that says base raw edges together. It doesn't tell you to clip seams or anything. I think it does in one place, and it works better if you don't. So, if you're a beginner and you've never made a hat before, I wouldn't recommend this pattern. And it doesn't say on here, which is unusual. It's like 3 words, trim and clip, and yeah, trim and clip. That's it. 3 words. Why they wouldn't put it in there? And it doesn't say that this is easy or advanced, or I don't see anything on there. Anyway, I will show you the first one that I made. Oops. So I wanted to make a rain hat. This is what I wanted the video to be about, not that pattern. Anyway, so here's a hat and threads all over it. So this is the back. So as you can see, the brim has an uneven edge. Kind of cute, turned out. But in the picture, it doesn't show that. It looks like, from the line drawings, that it is just in the front that it is larger. So I thought this part would be more in the front. So this is the back of the hat. Let's see. Now this one I made a size medium. It does not fit on my head all that great. So this would be a 22.5. Okay. Second, well, this is actually the third one I made. And different fabric. So this is a size large. That fits on my head much better. And you can flip the brim out. Now get ready, this is bright. Maybe you could have already seen it. So, and I made this a size large. Nova Scotia tartan on the inside. And, yeah. So this fabric here is waterproof fabric. This fabric is like a, I don't know if it is, like a Gore-Tex or like a type of fabric like that. And this is just a canvas. So how do you make these waterproof? So I ordered Odicoat, an Odif product. I am not affiliated or sponsored. It's just something I wanted to try because I wanted to make some makeup bags. So, and it says Odicoat gel coating, oilcloth effect, waterproof, stain resistant. So this hat is just a cotton home decor fabric, like curtain fabric, and I painted it with a brush, which I'm going to insert video and show you. Painted it one coat, but a thick coat, and inside, I didn't show you the inside because this hat turned out really good. So this is the lining. I just used a regular lining, same fabric for the inside brim, and then you gotta cover up your seam with some grosgrain ribbon. So, and the seams go this way on this style hat. This is view D in the pattern. So I was quite pleased with how this one came out, and it feels, I know you can't see it, but, and you can't feel it either, but it has a wax canvas kind of feel to it. This one, I'm really pleased with how this turned out. I painted this a different way, but on the inside, which the hat actually looks better this way, but this is supposed to be the inside of the hat. And this is water resistant fabric that I just bought recently to line this hat. I only bought half a meter and get this hat. So, to do an experiment, I'm going to do an experiment and see if they are waterproof. So, I had some fun making these hats. Yeah. It's not the prettiest color, but I think you're supposed to flip your brim up a little bit. There you go, and my glasses are falling off. So come springtime, everybody needs a spring hat to wear, because come spring, always comes rain. So. Alright, we're going to do a little experiment with Odif. It's called Odicoat. It's a gel coating, oilcloth effect, waterproof, and stain resistant. So I got this from Emmaline bags, and I wanted to try it on some hats. I actually bought it for bag making. Michelin from Mishu Makes uses her wallets that she makes on bags to protect them so you can easily wipe them off. It's stain resistant. And it says here, protect your projects or fabric accessories when the surface is resistant to water and stains. May also be used as a strong adhesive for fabric or fabrics applied to wood, blah, blah, blah. Ideal for toiletry, accessories, bags, tablecloths, placemats, aprons, embroideries, quilts, etc. Perfect for indoor and outdoor decorating, as well as embellishment, clothing, and accessories. So I thought, if you're going to make a rain hat, you want to make it waterproof. So I'm doing an experiment. This fabric here feels a little bit like Gore-Tex. It has some weft to it. I don't know if that's the right word, but you can hear it. It's got some, I don't know. It may even be waterproof. I don't even know what it is. It's something I had in my stash, and I thought, well, I'll make a hat out of it. So I traced the pattern out onto this fabric here. It's hard for you to see. There's a shadow there. And then, because I wondered what it would be like to sew together before. So I have the pattern traced out. I have one coat on here. You can see there's some white residue here and there. So it should be interesting to see. Then I have the same hat already made. I put some saran wrap over my thing. I don't know how hard it is to paint this after it's been made. So I thought I'd do it 2 different ways to show you how it works. Plus, it would be good to seal in all your seams. Anyway, so this already has 1 coat. This has none. And this is just a decorator canvas. This is the hat that we're making. And yeah, so I'm just going to, this hat is finished. So just gonna paint this hat, paint this. I think it recommends you have 2 coats. What's it say? Wait until dry before applying additional coats. So I did this last night. Well, probably close to 24 hours ago. Waterproofing, and it feels dry. Waterproofing, place fabric on a flat protected surface. I have one of those plastic tablecloths over top of this hope chest. Protect fabric with a parchment paper when ironing. Fabric may be laundered in water after sealing. That's after the 24 hours. So this is just like a gel, and it comes with a little, like a credit card type thing to paint it. So I just dip the card in there, and you just scrape it on. And I thought, oh my goodness, it's going to take forever to do, but not too bad. So I thought I'd give this a try. I was interested to see how this stuff works, because then you don't have to worry about buying a waterproof fabric. You can just use this. So I would try it a couple different ways just to show you how it works. I think painting a finished project is going to be harder, but we shall see. And a little bit goes a long way, as you can see. I didn't have very much on there, and I don't want all those white streaks on here. It takes longer to scrape it off than it does to scrape it on. It's always the way, isn't it? Maybe a brush is better. Get the stuff off here first. I guess you can't see if I keep moving it. Alright, now I got that all over me. I'm going to try a brush. So it just looks like a cream or, well, it's a gel. Oh, my hair is on there. Don't want that on there. Sealed in. Oh yes, I think a brush is going to work better on finished make. Maybe. I can see this canvas is definitely, I think you're going to use more of it though because of the brush. So it's going to be neat to see. I kind of like this hat. Oh, it's going to be awkward. Maybe this will only need one coat if you use a brush. And you can definitely tell where you painted and where you didn't. Hopefully that will show up on camera. And it doesn't smell very much either. It does have a smell, but it's not unbearable or very strong. I don't know. So definitely a little goes a long way. And I don't know if you can tell the difference between this area and down here. You can see it has a gloss to it. And then there's none on there. So at least you can tell where you've missed a spot, I guess. I think it'd definitely be easier to paint the fabric when it's flat. Okay, so here's the experiment. What we're going to do is we're going to put a piece of, so I have 3 hats. Perhaps I should have done this before. There's one. Oops, almost lost it. There's 2. And there's 3. And I'm going to pour water on them to see if they're actually waterproof. So I had to go dig out my watering can. So are you ready for this experiment? I don't know if that's going to work. supposed to be like rain. Oh, I'm thinking that one's not going to make it. Raining, it's pouring. Okay, watering can's a little heavy. Now get my doorstep all wet. Alright, let's check. Which one first? I'm thinking this one looks soaking wet. And the paper towel is definitely wet. That is a very wet hat. So that is not waterproof. Alright, this one is dry. And the lining is dry. I thought it was wet, but it's not. Wow, impressive. I'm impressed. Now let's see about this one. Now this one has water resistant inside. Dry as a bone. It's not wet in there at all. So, I'm going to say that's ice falling off my roof. It's not spring here. That Odicoat, that works. So this didn't have any on it. It was supposed to be a waterproof fabric, quite thick, has a coating on it. And if you were in the rain, definitely have to put that on that. So when that dries, I am going to coat that hat. This was coated after, and I can't tell. This feels cold. The lining's not wet, and so that worked good, and that was just a home decor cotton fabric. And then we have this one has a water resistant, and there's a big difference between water resistant and waterproof. Anyway, the seams were not coated on this. Now you can see the hat is wet, but it is completely dry on the inside. It is not wet at all. So that stuff works. I am sold. I'm impressed. And I'm going to use this on making waterproof things. Makeup bags, any kind of bag, or hats. This should work on coats too, if you wanted. So, it's kind of chilly out here. It's only like 4 degrees. So, I'm gonna clean up my mess, and I will talk to you again. Hope you enjoyed that. Talk to you later. Bye.